Hi all, it's Gord here, your happy hurting hippie. No, I haven't turned into a gecko. Just thought I'd share Spiky with you. She's having a funny day, and so am I. I wonder if I wonder if it's related. Welcome to Off My Cuff with your happy hurting hippie. Trying to adjust that just right so I can sit back and enjoy this with you. Today, what are we talking about? Well, my room's dark. I wish it could be darker in that corner. It looks lighter than what it is. It's a lot darker in here than what you see. I have some purple cream here to help me with my issues today. And what are we talking about? Let's get this microphone a little closer. What are we talking about? We're talking about this wonderful medicine called cannabis and its various applications. There seems to be a lot of talk in the WeedTube channel of, there's some people who only use this for calming, for anxiety. Some people use it for pain. Some people use it because they're dying. But it's used for almost every injury a person could have, whether it be disease or temporary. Cheers. Today it may take me a moment to get my how I want to get this through. Why? Because I'm dealing with a really bad migraine and a really bad fibro fog day. I cannot. I'm trying so hard to concentrate on things, and I keep falling back and forgetting what I'm talking about and going off on tangents like I just did. If not, even with THC today, even with cannabis, I ended up with a couple hours in bed and probably should have had more and probably still will have more. I have not even gone on my walk today. Too much pain. I suffer from fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia gives me a variety of the problems that many people use cannabis for: irritable bowel syndrome, bad nerves, joint problems, extreme pain, back pain, rib pain, and brain pain. That's one thing that most of the others don't give is true, honest brain pain. No, I'm not saying a headache. I'm saying brain pain. I'm saying when the brain short wires itself and can't think it was that kind of a day. It's coming a little bit back to me. Uh, but and but. That's probably why I'm saying so much lately, is I'm going in a low pressure fibro fog. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is that for something like now, right now, how I feel that the headache's starting to go away, I'm taking very light. This is purple cream, probably about 18% THC. Smoked lightly in the joint just to keep me calm. Earlier today, from the horrible headache I had, I was taking big, hard dabs of strong THC. I wish I had the right ones. I didn't have. I'm so full of sativa right now and so low on the other, but on indica. Thus this joint. Because my delivery didn't make it today. However, see, I'm losing my point again. So I took big dabs to try to cover that headache. And then I found out I couldn't. It was helping. It was helping me cope, but I just couldn't beat that headache. So finally, I squished some of my purple cream and made some rosin. Took a couple of heavy dabs of indica purple cream. Kind of like taking shatter. In fact, stronger. Then I was able to sleep an hour, maybe an hour 15 minutes, and the sharpness of the headache disappeared. That was thanks to cannabis. And that was thanks to me having the ability to express my choice, even though it's in the gray market, to express my choice, to choose a variety of products to meet my needs. This is exactly what, and this is what's missing in the discussion about what happened in Toronto, is the idea that there be choice. We are so used to a doctor saying you need 12 milligrams of blah blah and 2 milligrams of this 3 times daily, stick it under your, telling us, holding our hand all the way through the medical procedures and telling us exactly how to take our medicine. I propose this is not that kind of medicine because, first of all, we don't know dosing. But second of all, dosing is very, very specific to the individual. Dosing of things like OxyContin and all that, they have exact amounts that the body can or cannot handle, and then they adjust it according to the size of the body and maybe a little bit the metabolism of the person. So even something like that, they adjust slightly dosage depending on the person. With cannabis, you not only adjust the dosage per person, per size of the person, but within the person, within myself, there's times that this is all I need. Just a little bit of smoke of flower. And if that were the case, that that's all anybody would ever need, then Tweed and Tilray and all those could stay open, because that's about all they do. The oils they make are not even worth talking about. However, this is not all. In fact, most of the time, this doesn't cover my pain. Most of the time, this doesn't do the job. I'm doing it because I'm easing myself in, because I don't want to get any attack on the brain from a heavy hit of THC and bring back that headache. And I don't even know that it would, but I'm careful. Now, the reason that we don't self-dose with things like OxyContin is because if you accidentally take too much, you could be dead or in the hospital. So they have to say exactly how much you should have every single day, and they might raise it and they might lower it. And marijuana is not that way. Marijuana is just not that way, because a really strong dose in one area may not do the job where a small dose could, and vice versa. But even more, there's safety in this. People keep talking about the safety issue. There is pure safety built into this medicine, because as everybody who discussed it, what's the worst that happens when you take too much? You drink too much, or you take too much OxyContin or any of the other opiates, you could end up dead. You take too much of this, you accidentally overdose on this, which can happen. I'm not going to pretend it can't. It's happened to me. I'll explain it. It was my birthday. But what's the worst that happens? You get the side effects of an overdose, which is, and I don't mean an overdose, I mean an over the dose. You need to go to sleep. You need to sleep it off. Well, I'll tell you, there's so many times that I take this medicine strictly for the sleep. So if the worst that can happen is that somebody takes too much, they should learn from that. But it isn't going to hurt them. Let's really look at what is the public risk. There is no public risk in opening up and freeing this plant. That is off my cuff. That's how I feel. It may not be how you feel. And of course, there's a pendulum of freedom. Right now, there's no freedom for that plant. There's a little bit of medical freedom, but even in there, we're so tied. We're so tied. But the pendulum's going to go way over and try to give us more freedom with that plant. I don't think it'll go far enough. Some think it'll go too far. We have to find the proper averaged point, not center, for it to land. I don't know where that is. That's got to be a decision by everybody. I certainly don't represent the average. I've never been average. But you can tell that even that purple cream, from the beginning of this to now, how it has affected me medically. I only woke up half an hour ago. Now I think I might be ready to cook supper. Peace and cheers. Stay with me on Off My Cuff.